Je suis très heureux, chers amis. C'est peut-être une des fois où je suis le plus heureux de recevoir Connan Mockasin sur Pure Channel. I want to talk about your music. The first thing that is so funny, you know, sometimes I look the descriptions on the MySpace, and is right. You write Japanese pop.
No, I can see that.
Yeah.
Japanese pop. Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Basically, the reason why I wrote this record was because the first thing was my mum told me that I should record an album. She goes, because I wasn't, I was like, you should make a record. And so I was like, okay.
You trusted her?
Yeah, and so I just made this record, this one coming out now. And then the other thing was like, I thought, well, okay, well, if I'm going to make a record, I want it to be, for some reason, I actually want it to be popular in Japan. So that's why I put it as Japanese pop. And also France. Didn't care so much about New Zealand, where I'm from, because that's too small. Yeah, mostly Japan and France.
Why? Because you knew they were going to receive it and understand it well?
I had no idea. No,
I
mean, like I wrote what I'd like, and I was just hoping that would.
Maybe it's going to be there.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how important is it for you to hypnotize people with your music, because it feels like, you're growing your sounds and your power on stage with your voice and your attitude on stage. Like it's hypnotic.
Really?
Yeah, in a good way.
You know, to be honest, I feel like I'm battling with myself. Sometimes I feel completely relaxed, and then it feels good, and then I can feel people getting awkward with me getting awkward, and then something little will happen, and then I'll feel comfortable again, and I can feel this release. And it's a constant battle. I've never had a show that it's been completely relaxed, and having the audience relaxed the whole way through.
The question is, when we listen to your record, sometimes you push your voices and you push your melodies, and it feels like you're playing with you or with the audience to know how much they can handle, a distortion in the voice or stuff like that.
Right. Oh well, you. Right, I've never thought of that. Actually, you've kind of almost, I never thought of that, but it makes sense when you say that.
Yeah?
Yep.
You think, not pushing the limits, but not caring about the limits, and it's like psychedelic lullaby, you know?
Wow, cool. I shouldn't think too much, otherwise I'll,
well, I should stop talking.
That's a very good question. It's too good for me to answer.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you rehearse with your musicians? How do you?
Not much.
Not much.
No.
So how does it sound like that? Because it sounds good. I mean, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, cool. They'll be rapt to hear that.
Yeah, well, you make them understand.
No, listen. I've had 2 rehearsals this whole year.
For real.
For the whole
that's
year.
It.
Yep.
And you change very often of musicians, or you keep the same musicians?
This year I've kept. This year I've had the same drummer and bass player, which is the main core, and I've had so many different musicians coming through. But if I can keep the same 2 for the rhythm section, that's really, because normally, wicked, they are brilliant. Yeah,
the drummer, you should see Connan in concert. The drummer is like totally in his drums, the head is moving.
Oh, he would love to hear
and
this.
And the bass player does really tricky parts, and he doesn't feel like he's getting hurt anyway, but it's complicated part is doing. They're holding you really.
It feels very relaxing for me, because I feel like I can let them go. I feel like I could just do nothing and wander, you know.
You can rely on them.
Yeah, totally.
Go see Connan Mockasin on stage. It's really something to experience. And the record also.
The record's coming out as next year properly.
Yeah.
With Errol Elkin's label, which is Fantasy, and Because Music. And I think they're doing more than France, but I'm not sure about the rest of the world. But they're the main 2. Fantasy and Because Music. But and it's coming out as Forever Dolphin Love is the name of the record.
Forever Dolphin Love. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Connan Mockasin, and you're watching Pure Channel, and you're going to be watching a clip called Egon Hosford.
The top, his name is